Good morning, fellow meanderers, and here we are on another walk. Moss tied up on the lead. Moss, come here. Let me get this off you. 1, 2. There we go. Right. So we are still in Hampshire. We're just the other side of a small town called Lymington, which is getting I'm going out towards sort of the Beaulieu estate. But this morning we are in Norleywood, and it says do not touch, dogs must be on lead, do not feed, do not touch the animals as you're kicking around. So yeah, voice is great, but minimise disturbance of wildlife, keep your dogs close and visible, if necessary use a lead. If necessary use a lead, which I think for an area that we don't know, I think a lead is going to be necessary today. But it's funny, right? I'll go out and do like walks locally to me, some that I've never done before, and I'll be like, yeah, I'll have you off lead here, get like a sort of a better sense for it. But as soon as I'm in somewhere that I'm really unfamiliar with, I'm less inclined to do so. Moss, you ready? Go on, shift on, let's go. Whoop, doing a little 180. Oh, why did you have to go that way? Hey. Right. So yeah, again, apologies for the lack of updates on the YouTube side of things. This will drop in due course, a couple of days in post to when it's been filmed, but it's Thursday today. It's the 16th of October, I believe. So hopefully I'll get this dropped out towards the end of the week, or certainly the weekend, and stack these videos up. It's a shame because it's off my usual posting or uploading schedule, but when you've got no electricity, what is one to do? Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a bit deeper into this wood so we lose all of the vehicle noise. Oh, it's a blackberry bush. You could sniff one of those out. No blackberries on there, matey. No blackberries on there. I was talking to a nutritionalist who's on the course with me. She's super interesting with regards to knowing what foods are good for your dog, bad for your dog, so on and so forth. And she was saying that if they eat blackberries, it's an antioxidant. So it's usually, it's actually quite good for them. And then like he managed to get hold of a tiny bit of charcoal yesterday from a barbecue when we were in the car park. And she said, oh, it's usually a sign of a slightly upset stomach. And I thought to myself, oh, you know what, like sort of with his poos the last few days, you can tell that he's sort of outside of his comfort zone a little bit. And he's also been getting fed a load of treats. More treats. I've fed Moss more treats this last 3 or 4 days than I have probably in the past month. Just because there's just so much intense like training to be done. And especially in the earlier stages, you're rewarding with the food. So, it's costing me a small fortune, but it points, talking about sort of the nutritional side of things, points in the direction that these treats aren't as good for him as what I initially thought. It was I'm not going to name and shame the brand, but it's a really popular one and you can get them just about anywhere. It's not that big one, it's one of the big ones. But yeah, so she was like, oh, it's just full of grains and preservatives and stuff like that. And I've noticed with his stool that it hasn't been quite as nice, shall we say, if poo can be nice. But definitely not the usual expectation. But again, he has been eating. But he's growing in a vast amount of confidence this week. Doing really well. I've got a shepherd up ahead. I think it's a German shepherd, looking at it, black one. Very nice. But yeah, Moss is a bit funny with them, but he's on a yellow line. Probably reactive then. It's a retractor as well. Here is a shepherd. Come on, Moss, let's go. Shift on. Good morning. Lovely German Shepherds. Yeah, jet black German Shepherd. They are just absolutely bad boy. About as wolf-like as you're going to get in terms of looks, I would say. Maybe with the exception of obviously the Huskies, but yeah, German Shepherd has definitely got a lot of its wolf-like characteristics in terms of the way it looks. Domineering looking beast. Exceptional. I think I said on the channel a few times I really wanted a shepherd rather than a terrier, but I'm so glad that I've got little Moss. I really am. Moss, leave it. Come on. Such an inquisitive little chap, aren't you? See, I'm hoping that we kind of get into this bit of wood and there's like a little circular that we can do. Just a rock, mate. Yep, just a rock. Oh, got to do a 180 or 360 even. Whoop. But yeah, definitely getting autumnal. All of the ferns are starting to turn that very, very sort of green to yellow into your browns and your oranges. Looks stunning. And it's a glorious morning here in Hampshire. Got some blue skies over there, slightly ominous skies up ahead, but generally it's looking pretty good. We done here yet, Moss? Oh, I think that might have been just a little bit of poo. He just lopped down his side. Didn't give him time to keep doing it. Your scenting is heavy at the moment. You're definitely reaching a little bit of sexual maturity because your willingness to scent along the way. My goodness, the size of you. Anyways, let's poo watch, but that was a cracker. Oh, that was actually ridiculous. Like, not even sure you could pick that up. It's so big. Like a policeman's baton of a poo. Come on, Moss. Even though I have a real problem with people leaving their poos, that one was actually funny. I don't know why, but even at nearly 40 years old, I still find poo quite fun. Maybe that's just a bloke thing. It'd be like farts. Will they ever not be funny? I mean, it's not funny when they stink, but you always laugh at your own, right? So, oh dear, where does this channel go sometimes? What a random yammer. There's like a bunch of little routes we can take off here. We're going to go right and we'll do some kind of circular, I guess. I'm hoping I go that way and it goes whoop and goes all the way around. Go on, Moss. But yeah, last day of the course today. Pretty nerve-wracking stuff. I've got to lead a class for 20 minutes this morning or this afternoon. I'm not sure what time our slot is. Yeah, I've got a couple of assistants helping us. Yeah, it's going to be like a practice run for the real deal when we eventually start dealing with proper clients. And even if we don't, it's good public speaking practice. Go on, mate. It's interesting, these pine cones, I think. What are you interested in? No, not the pine cones. Got your little snout on something, haven't you? Get a little bit of enrichment. Oh, He's got a thing for tissues at the moment. Don't know what it is. This way. But yeah, he goes through stages of just being obsessed by certain items. At the moment, well, it was blackberries, now it seems to be discarded tissue. Found a bunch of sheep's wool the other day, which he really enjoyed. Let him have his nose on wherever that's going. You ready? Let's go. Oop. But yeah, one thing that has been like kind of nice with not having electricity at the campsite is it's enabled me to almost have like a tech holiday. Like, yes, I've got my camera out every morning and evening to do some filming, but haven't done any editing. I've barely been on my phone other than speaking to the odd person here and there and picking up the odd inquiry with work. But yeah, during the day, like 10 till 4, just haven't got my phone out of my pocket, or very, very rarely have, maybe at lunchtime. But yeah, I've just got a lot consuming my mind at the moment. So yeah, sort of just concentrating on what's at hand as opposed to all of the things that are external. Just change the subject briefly. Look at this. What a beautiful wood this is. So Norleywood, just outside of Lymington. I can barely hear the road now. It's beautiful. Another little shoot off to the left there. Let's keep going. This is what I do with these sort of circular walks. I kind of move 10-15 minutes in one direction and then I'll start trying to make the circular. I've not even checked the route around this wood whatsoever this morning. So we're going to be freestyling it to a degree, which is kind of what I want. I don't want everything in my life, including my walks, to be regimented. Like, I drove past this last night and I was like, oh, we haven't done a woodland walk for a while. That would be perfect. And then popped in the sat-nav this morning and here we are. No pre-planning other than spotting the area. That will do. You know, we did, so like this week we've had a really nice one, to be fair. So we did a good little run around by our campsite, which was basically just north of Milford-on-Sea. So we did that on day one, at the back end of the day. And then the following morning, we went just briefly round Exbury and we played some fetch. So that was kind of our exercise for yesterday morning. Day before yesterday. That was Tuesday morning. Tuesday evening, we went and hiked up to Hurst Castle, which was phenomenal, one of Henry VIII's castles. Bit of a walk, had to carry the dog the second leg back. And then yesterday morning, we did Milford-on-Sea again, but we did the seafront and the promenade. Spoke to some people, really, really lovely time. So that's about to go out onto the road. So just hang a left through here, Moss. And then, yeah, so did Milford-on-Sea. Then yesterday evening, we did Moon Hills in the New Forest. This is all the New Forest, by the way, mostly. And now this morning we're in Norleywood. So we've had quite a nice variations of different types of walks, lengths of walks. Yeah, this is what it's all about, guys. It really is. But for me, I think out of all of them, this might be my favourite so far, just because I love walking in the woods. It's just something really, really peaceful about it. But it was pretty nice to go up to Hurst Castle as well. I mean, all the walks have been great, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want to rank them in order, but this one so far has really piqued my interest. And just how vast it is. And Moss isn't tugging me about either, which is great. Like, he's got the lead has almost been around his neck all week, or attached to his neck all week. Even when we've been like sat in the campsite, sort of, you know, I think there was like a couple of nights I had him just laid in the back without it on once he settled down. But being in these new exciting places, he isn't settling and napping quite as readily as what he would. But he is getting quite a lot of de-stimulation and downtime throughout the day when he's doing his crate work. So yeah, it's had many benefits this week. One thing it hasn't benefited is the off-lead work, but once we're back in more local areas, we'll start trotting around without a lead on again. But to be honest, I'm hoping this has built our relationship up nicely, where he wants to stay close all the time, because he did have a little run off the other day for a collie, which was fun. Again, it was just embarrassing because his recall is usually so good, but just on that occasion, no bueno. And I say just on that occasion, that's, you know, it won't be the last. No one can have 100% recall. But if I can improve it and keep improving it, that is my goal in life. Just so I know that this boy can be a bit more free. Oh, this is lovely. Look at it. Wow. Follow, Moss. Follow. This is where the follow comes in handy. I feel like I'm tangled in the lead. Yeah, Moss. Oh, so it's untangled. Don't worry. Keep going. You can go in front now. It's one of those moments when you want to put like some amazing music over the top. Give it some drama. It's a very dramatic scene here. Like, just all the colours and the tall tree line. A variation of plants. The track that's trodden but not super well trodden. Oh, dreams. So lucky to be like from Britain. What an amazing island we live on. That's the magpies marking that there is a dog in the area. Be careful. Pretty sure that's a magpie. Something to that degree. There's definitely birds calling out. They spotted us. Leave the mushrooms. Loads of mushrooms along this little route when you start looking off to the sides. Yeah, look. One there. Oh, a bigger one there. It's looping us back round a little bit. I think I want to go this way, Moss. I want to go the slightly less trodden route. 18 minutes in. Let's have a look at the actual time. Just don't want to be late. 9:30. And how long? Just do this for thing. Express. Oh goodness, it's still 17-minute drive from here. Really? Oh, I'm going to end up being late. All right, Moss, let's go back this way because this is going to link back. Go on, Moss, let's go. Huh. I thought I was a lot closer. That's okay though. Let's go this way, mate. If I end up being 5-10 minutes late, who gives? That's not the route either. Come, mate. I need to go down this one here. I feel like we're going to get lost in Norleywood, Moss. This is sometimes the problem with a lack of planning. This is cool though, look. Slightly overgrown. You just trot about. Yeah, this path is barely trodden whatsoever. There's a big massive fox poo there as well. Seems to be poo watch today, doesn't it? We're going this way, bud. I've got a bloody cobweb in my eye. Ugh. Go on, Moss. Come on. Go on, Moss. Good old shake. Everything in my being says we're going the right way, so I hope we are. Oh, it's a shame that this walk is already coming to a real end. Like, genuinely thought we had so much more time on our hands as well. How proud he trots around sometimes. He's having a lovely walk. Go on. I'm presuming this is going to connect back up to the paths we were using initially, the really well trodden ones. Feels like we're better trod now. I don't believe we're going back on ourselves yet though. Oh, cool mushroom. Come here. Come. Shift on. Shift on. I think this is the original path now. Oh, old beans there. Yeah. 7 minutes to get back, which I think is probably about right. Shape up for a wee on some heather, lovely. Yeah. Oh, we somehow end up on this, near enough the same path. A weird little loop, like an L shape I've done almost, with a tiny loop at the end. That's all right though. I should have probably come out just a touch earlier. I did have to go grab some bits from the shop, grab myself a coffee, you know, all that sort of jazz. So yeah, should have got up a bit quicker, but I thought I was really on it this morning. Like, obviously didn't get up quite as early as what I initially would have liked. So it was 5 to 6 I woke up, then I was like, another half an hour won't hurt, and then my alarm went off at 7, which I haven't been woken up by my alarm for ages. So yeah, I clearly needed the sleep. I think it was about 10:30 we got to bed in the end. So a reasonable hour, slept all the way through. It's been surprisingly comfortable actually the last few nights. And I've like managed to get to grips with camping out in a big estate vehicle rather than a larger van. Definitely some considerations for the future in terms of the way I set things out and what I do and don't take. I think pretty much everything I've taken this time is going to be a necessity, maybe minus the crate. I think eventually I'd quite like to delete the crate, but again, I've needed it for this week. But it is always quite handy to have one available, just in case you do get in a jam. Right, Moss, nearly done sniffing? Ready? Steady? Let's go. Good boy. But yeah, a roof box is going to be required. I've been just using a normal Z bed from home, which is, it's a nice 6x4 foot double bed. You can only use like 3/4 of it due to storage. So yeah, I think going down to a single or even a 3/4, but a blow up mattress is going to be a lot better going forward. And then yeah, maybe putting in some kind of raised platform for additional storage underneath. But again, I want a bit of head height, so might be able to do something that almost looks like an L shape with a raised area and a drawer that comes out the back. Yeah, I've got a few things to consider before we go on our next adventure, which I'm hoping is sooner rather than later. I've got a decent amount of time on my hands, not working at the moment, being signed off of work. So it's one of those, I've got a lot of opportunity, but I haven't got as many funds as I'd like to go and do all these big extravagant trips yet. But, going on a course down in Hampshire, a bit of business and pleasure this week. But it'd be nice to have like a full week of half a week of just pleasure, where we've got a lot of downtime in the day, not having to work or anything like that. So but yeah, definitely need me a roof box. And I didn't bring the Jackery this time, the generator, because I thought, I've got electrical hookup, don't need that. When I should have brought it and put it through its paces this week. But that is for another time. He's starting to pull a little bit and I can't work out what he's after. Should be tired or getting tired. But he's probably a little bit like, oh, come on, let's have a little run, Dad. Let's have a little run about. So one thing I am looking forward to is actually being able to go for like a light jog with him once I'm feeling a bit fitter. But yeah, I feel like I've barely even scratched the surface of this wood, but what a treat Norleywood has been this morning for the semi-loop that we've done of it. Loads more over that way. But again, what a beautiful morning. It looks like these clouds have barely moved. They're sort of going round to the left a bit, towards the south. Got such a confident little trot boy, haven't you? You big strong boy. Moss, eyes? Yes. Moss, eyes? Yes. Eyes, yes. That's what I do to sort of try and slow him up on the lead a little bit. Make it so he keeps looking back every so often, like, oh, there's another treat coming. As soon as he checks in again, I will treat him, or if he checks in again. It's not a guarantee, because he's shifting on, which is fine. And he's not pulling as much now, which is great. Interesting, that stone again. Come on, boy. $22. Yeah, we're literally going to be rolling up as class starts. Come on, boy. Let's go. Let's go. Good boy. If we're 5 minutes late, it's going to be what it's going to be. There's nothing I can do about it now, other than just keep trotting along quickly along this path. But I don't want to add any stress of being late into the equation. Just keep cracking on. I'll be on time. Well, if it's a couple of minutes, not the end of the world. Usually the first 5 minutes, people haven't getting their teas and coffees and stuff. So hopefully that gives us some time. But it's not far anyways now. A few minutes. Hopefully we don't have too much of an interaction with this dude, because I need to crack on. Good morning. Hey, It's a happy boy.
A great day.
Oh, he is. Yeah. It's sad for the walk to end, to be honest.
Aww.
Staffordshire Bull Terrier.
Well, currently, I don't know. Really home.
She's lovely.
But really sweet one.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, great dog. Nice one. Have a good day. What a lovely looking dog. It's nice to hear like when people are like rehoming pets and stuff. Super sweet. Yeah, like sort of Moss said hello to the dog and just wasn't interested in like engaging with him, so just pulled him away before we get a little snarl or a little air grab. Not worth the risk, is it, little Mossy? Yeah, walk around the mud if you can. Beautiful. That's lovely. Literally just back at the car park now. So guys, thank you ever so much for tuning in. Keep on meandering, stay positive, much love, hit the like, subscribe, ding the bell, and away we go. Nice one, take it easy.